Title: Oregon's New Gun Laws, Too Hot to Handle or Too Cool to School? TLDR. Summary. Buckle up, Oregon. Your new gun laws are turning heads and raising eyebrows across the country. A federal judge has declared that the new rules don't violate the U.S. Constitution. So, what's the big fuss about? The new legislation includes requirements for permits to purchase firearms and a ban on large-capacity magazines, both of which have been deemed constitutional. While the news has sparked fireworks in the public sphere, it remains to be seen whether these regulations will indeed result in a safer society. The gun-slinging details. Don't let the legal mumbo-jumbo befuddle you. This is the lowdown on the recent hullabaloo in Oregon. U.S. District Court Judge Karen Immergut handed down a verdict last Friday on Oregon's new gun safety rules, stating that they don't cross swords with the U.S. Constitution. The laws: a ban on large-capacity magazines, those that can carry more than 10 rounds of ammunition, and a new requirement for a permit to purchase a firearm. A little background here: these new laws were voted in by Oregonians last fall, and their constitutionality was tested in a trial earlier this June. The whole debate revolved around the Second Amendment, the one that talks about the right to bear arms. Large-capacity magazines are not commonly used for self-defense, and are therefore not protected by the Second Amendment, said Judge Immergut, stirring the pot of this already heated debate. She emphasized that the Second Amendment also allows governments to ensure that only law-abiding, responsible citizens keep and bear arms. So, here's the million-dollar question: are these regulations truly ensuring responsible gun ownership, or are they infringing on the rights of citizens? As you might expect, this ruling has ruffled feathers across the board. Firearm groups, sheriffs, and gun store owners, quicker on the draw than Clint Eastwood, have filed lawsuits challenging the new laws. So, let's put the question to you: are these laws necessary for public safety, or do they infringe on individual rights? Adding fuel to the fire, a particular focus during the trial was on the restriction of magazine size. Plaintiffs argued that this regulation treads on the toes of the rights granted by the Second Amendment. On the other side of the court, defense lawyers argued that magazine capacity can be regulated because a magazine is an accessory, not an integral part of a firearm. Do you think a line needs to be drawn between the gun itself and its accessories? Or does this argument miss the target? Let's shoot straight here. The defense highlighted that unprecedented societal concern can allow for new firearms regulations. They pointed to the spike in mass shootings in recent times, emphasizing that high-capacity magazines were used in all the deadliest mass shootings. But, is limiting ammunition capacity really the solution to prevent mass shootings? Or are there other factors that we should be tackling instead? Wrapping up the case, the state brought forward Jenna Longnecker, who tragically lost both her parents to gun violence. Judge Immergut agreed that this is a very real issue, affecting real people and having lasting impacts. However, is gun control the only solution to prevent such tragedies, or should we be focusing more on mental health and societal issues? And here we are, at the crossroads of a national debate. With all these facts and arguments loaded in your arsenal, it's your turn to fire away. So, what do you think? Are these new laws a bullseye for improving public safety, or are they misfiring on the rights of citizens? The debate is loaded, and we want to hear your shots.